Hello, I am Becca Rue. You are watching Rue's Musings. Carly Beaudin is with me here today to introduce a subject I'm so excited for you guys to learn more about, and that is Ayurveda. We're deciding to focus today with Ayurveda on how you eat rather than what you eat. So this blew my mind when Carly introduced this idea to me, because I spent my life obsessing, right, 34 years with this is good food, this is bad food, this is what I should eat, this is what I shouldn't eat. In comes Ayurveda and says, if you eat your perfect meal, if you eat khichdi, which is Ayurvedic amazing food, and an hour later you eat a handful of almonds, soaked almonds, right? Just if you picture your two most perfect foods and you eat them 45 minutes apart, you can't digest either of them. So it doesn't matter that they're perfect foods because you can't digest them. So to talk more about digestion and Ayurveda and your mind being blown is Carly.
Hi. What Becca's talking about is a common conversation that's happening out there, which is you are what you eat. And Ayurveda likes to step a little bit further into that, and it's not just you are what you eat, but more so you are what you digest. So digestion is our place of worship. Digestion is everything in the land of Ayurveda. You know, if we're building healthy tissue, we're going to have a healthy functioning organism. And how we build tissue is through food, and how we turn food into tissues through digestion. So if we have really solid digestion, we're going to have really healthy and solid tissue. And another thing that the conversation all happens around is that we all need the same thing. I'm a vegan, it worked for me, you be a vegan. I'm a vegetarian, it's the best thing, you be a vegetarian. And Ayurveda really likes to sit down with the fact that we're not all the same. We don't all digest food the same, and we absolutely do not all need the same thing. And so, you know, a way to think about this is an apple. You know, I can eat an apple and I can digest that pretty quickly in about 45 minutes to an hour or so. And I'm going to keep maybe a fourth of the calories. Where there's another person that's going to eat that same apple and they're going to digest it in maybe an hour and a half, and they're maybe going to keep more of the calories. Maybe we're moving into a half to 3/4 of the calories from the apple. They worked on it a lot longer. They digested it more fully. And so this is where it gets really interesting, is that we're not all going to digest food the same. We don't all need the same amount of time to digest food, but what we all do need is to digest food completely. And so this is where consciousness and digestion gets huge, is how much time do you specifically need to digest food? Not how much time does Becca need to digest the apple, how much time do I need to digest the apple? And
that has to do with your constitution.
Yeah, and that has to do with in Ayurveda, we have 3 constitutions, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, and we're all this amazing combination of these doshas. And so if you know your personal constitution, you can start to really get into what your specific digestion needs. If you don't know your personal constitution, a really good place to start is think about, you know, if you're eating a full meal, if you eat to capacity, general rule of thumb is that everyone needs about 2.5 to 3 hours to fully digest and work on that meal. And so that's a good place to start if this is all a big question mark to you.
I have spent my life just wondering what food. So it felt so liberating to forget for a second about what food and think, how am I eating? And it, even like if I'm cooking a meal and you want to like taste a piece of carrot and the meal's not going to be done for 45 minutes, then you're jacking up your digestion. So just think of like all the little bits of grazing that you do, and you can feel better in your body if you let your food digest. Of course, doesn't it make sense? If you're eating an apple, and then an apple's kind of not enough. If you're eating a full meal like Carly talked about, and then you eat something else, your mouth has to start digesting it, so your stomach has to stop. She says this much better than me. And she mentioned dosha, which is where we're going to go for our next video, so that you can kind of understand how are you designed, how were you born, and how have you gotten imbalanced over the years, and how can you bring yourself back into balance. And it will make your life so fun and interesting and challenging and hard. So Carly's going to talk about that next time. Please share this video with your friends and try it out, like just for 4 days. Try it out. Don't eat in between meals. So eat a full meal and give yourself, like she said, at least 2.5 hours, and you'll find out more about you specifically next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.